If you're taking any sort of math class that involves solving equations, i.e., there are problems with equal symbols and variables, where you're going to want to pay attention because what I'm going to discuss here is one of the best equation hacks that you can remember on quizzes, tests, final exams, midterms. So we are talking about test taking and we're talking about equations, okay? Equations with variables. And this would be applicable to anyone really at the middle school level or beyond, okay? If you're taking pre-algebra, even maybe like 7th grade math, certainly algebra 1, algebra 2, college algebra, you're going to want to pay attention. By the way, too, if you're taking some sort of test like the SAT, ACT, this applies as well. And what I'm going to be telling you is going to be very much like common sense, but I can assure you that a ton of students forget this when they are on a quiz and test, and they end up paying a price on it. So if you remember this little technique, this little trick, this little hack, you can really help yourself out big time on tests and quizzes. So we're going to get into all this here in just 1 second, but before we get started, let me quickly introduce myself. My name is John, and I have been teaching middle and high school math for decades. And if you need help learning math, well, check out my math help program at Tcmathacademy.com. You can find a link to that in the description below. And if this video helps you out, or if you just enjoy this content, make sure to like and subscribe, as that definitely helps me out. Let's get into this nice little equation hack, and we'll use this little basic example right here, this basic equation, as an example. So let's suppose you were asked to identify the solution for this equation. Okay, so one way that you can approach the problem is like, well, what is the solution to this equation? Well, that's just another way of saying solve the equation, tell me what the answer is. So in this particular equation, we have 2x minus 1 is equal to 7. So to solve this equation, you would have to add 1 to both sides. Okay, so here's the work for this particular equation. So I'm going to end up with 2x is equal to 8. Now I need to divide both sides of the equation by 2. So I'm going to get x is equal to 4. Okay, so this is what I believe the solution to this equation. Now, if I did all the work correctly, I would be pretty confident in the solution that I would write this down on my paper, say x is equal to 4. Of course, you would show all your work. Now, this is what you would have to do if you had like an open-ended question. In other words, solve the equation and write your answer down. Okay, but guess what? Those of you who are taking any sort of math course, there are a ton of questions that are not open-ended on your test and quizzes, okay? They are different type of questions. There are multiple choice questions, okay? Multiple choice. We love multiple choice. So anytime you see questions like A, B, C as different options, well, that's when you really want to get excited and you want to perk up and you're like, get a nice little happy face, because this is going to really increase your odds of doing much, much better, especially if you're not quite sure whether you did a problem right. But let's go back to this problem here for a second. So I solved this equation and I got x is equal to 4. Okay, so I'm like, did I do this right? Well, you can always check your work when you're solving any equation in algebra. Let's go ahead and show you how this is done. Okay, so let's suppose here I have x is equal to 4 and I wanted to check my work. Well, you need to know how to check a solution in any equation. So how do you do that? Well, what you're going to do is you're going to replace that variable for what you believe the solution is. So here I think the solution is x is equal to 4. I did all my work right here. Okay, now everything looks good. And I got x is equal to 4. But we can verify that, and you need to know how to do that. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to replace that variable x for what I think the solution is 4. And when I do that, I'm going to get 2 times 4 minus 1 is equal to 7. So what are we doing here? Well, when you're verifying a solution or checking a solution, what we're going to try to do is we're going to do all this math on the left-hand side right here, and we're going to compare it to the number that's on the right-hand side. In this case, we have 7. So let's go ahead and see what happens when I do this math. So 2 times 4 is 8. So I got 8 minus 1. Well, 8 minus 1 is 7. Now, there's nothing for me to do on the left-hand side. I did all the math, so I'm going to compare that to the number that's on the right-hand side. Okay, so 7 equal to 7. Well, this is a true statement. Okay, So because this is true, because the left is equal to the right, and the number that you plugged in that created that situation is in fact the solution. So 4, x is equal to 4 is in fact a good solution. Okay, so this is how you check solutions into equations, basic algebra. But again, what we're talking about here is what do you do on a multiple choice test? Well, let's take a look at another example. So this technique that or this little trick that I'm telling you, it's really not even a trick, little hack. I'm telling you right now, a ton of students forget this, okay? So if you remember this, it doesn't make a difference what type of equation you're dealing with. Here we have a quadratic equation. The previous example was a basic linear equation. You can have systems of equations, logarithmic equations. You can have any sort of equation, much more advanced equations than this. This is going to help. So what you want to do is when you're taking any math test, okay, so let's say this is like question number 1. You want to first observe, okay, what type of question is this? Well, it's not an open-ended question. An open-ended question would be, there would be no answers here, okay? It's just like, okay, do this work and tell me the answers, all right? Well, those are actually the best type of math questions for me as a math teacher, because that's going to, there's no, guessing. You either know how to solve that particular type of equation or you don't. However, there are a ton of tests out there, math tests, quizzes, and things that you're going to be taking in school, and all sorts of standardized tests, things that count big time, things like the SAT, ACT, maybe the GED, GRE, GMAT, ASVAB if you're going into the military, that have multiple choice sections when it comes to mathematics. So here's what you want to do. Are you struggling in math because of confusing lessons? Maybe the teacher's not showing you all the steps you need, or things are happening too fast. Well, there is a better way. So come on over to my math help program at Tcmathacademy.com. There you'll find clear step-by-step instruction by me that will definitely make a huge difference in your math success. So make sure to check out all my courses by following the links in the description. So first of all, look at the problem, okay? So if the problem involves an equation, okay, and there's multiple choices right there, well, these questions you should always get right 100% of the time. So when you're scanning the questions on your test or quizzes and you see multiple choice and an equation, there's absolutely no excuse for you to get this problem wrong. Now, what you can do right here is you look at the problem, x squared minus 2x is equal to 3. So what are our choices here? Well, you can solve this problem, okay? You could do the work, and look to, let's say you have your solutions right here, and then you're going to basically look at which one of these options, A, B, or C, has your solutions. Okay, now that is the preferable way of doing this problem. But let's suppose you didn't know how to solve this. Let's say you looked at this question, you're like, let's see here, you're scratching your head and you're like, I don't remember how to solve this. Well, no problem, because you remember this little video that you're watching here. So what we can do is check the solutions, okay? We could just check the solutions right into this equation using this technique I just showed you, okay? Or just a reminder of how to verify solutions into equation, and then just by a process of elimination, see which one is correct. So let's go ahead and do that now. So we'll start off with this first option, A. So here we're saying that x is equal to 1 and x is equal to 0 is a solution. So let's go ahead and check this solution, and we'll start off with x is equal to 1. So that means I'm going to replace the x's with 1. So I'm going to put, instead of x squared, this is going to be 1 squared minus 2x, or 2 times 1. I'm plugging in this value into this equation. I'm going to see if when I do this math here, does it match up to the right-hand side. So let's do this real quick. So 1 squared is what? That's 1 minus 2 times 1 is 2. So is this going to be equal to 3? Well, 1 minus 2 is negative 1. That is not equal to 3. So guess what? 1 is not a solution. 1 is not a solution. So because 1 is not a solution, I could just throw out this whole answer, A. Okay, no way I don't have to check x is equal to 0. Now, let's just be smart about this. Here, x is equal to 1 is not a solution. So when I'm looking at my other answers, I see x is equal to 1 down here for choice C. So x is equal to 1 is our solution, x is equal to 1. So guess what? A and C are out, okay? That leaves me with choice B. Now, if I wanted to be kind of mean about it, I could put D, none of the above, okay, and none of these choices right here. So let's just keep that option. So you're saying, all right, so A is out. I don't even have to check x is equal to 0 because this is wrong. And now here I have x is equal to -1. So let's go ahead and now check for choice B. Okay, so it's either B or none of the above. I'll put that option in there just to make this exciting. So let's go ahead and plug in these values. So we'll start off with -1. So -1 squared minus 2 times -1. Is that equal to 3? Well, let's go ahead and do this math. -1 squared is -1 times -1. That's +1. Then we have -2 times -1. This is going to be a +2. This is like a -2 times -1 or +2. So is 1 plus 2 equal to 3? Yes, 1 plus 2 is 3, and 3 is equal to 3. So x equal to -1 is a good solution. But we still have to check this solution here, x is equal to 3, because if this doesn't work, well, then it's not going to be none of these options. So let's go ahead and quickly check this. And you can see, checking solutions really, you could do this pretty quickly, even without the aid of a calculator. So let's go and plug in 3 into this. So this would be 3 squared, and we're replacing this x with the 3, minus 2 times 3. Is that equal to 3? So what do I have here? 3 squared is 9. 9 minus 2 times 3 right here is 6. So is 9 minus 6 3? Well, 9 minus 6 is in fact 3. 3 is equal to 3. That works. So this is good. So B is in fact the correct choice here. So you would select that and you would just ace this question, okay, without even knowing how to do this. Now, a lot of you are out there like, this is so obvious. This is like common sense. I'm telling you, at least 50% of math students, probably even a higher percentage, and I'm talking about top-notch math students, that, do really, really well. They forget this on test. They forget anytime you're dealing with a multiple choice test, they forget to use this technique, okay? And they'll be like, well, if I can't solve this, if I can't just directly solve this and then identify my answers, well, then I should just skip this question. Well, no, never do that, okay? On a math test, all right, if you see equations and multiple choice, those are questions that you should mark for. Make sure you absolutely give yourself enough time to, spend on those questions, because, again, you should get these questions right 100% of the time, okay? So don't forget this little technique. I'm telling you, it will definitely increase your grades on math tests and quizzes, etc. Listen, learning mathematics is about, learning math, right? Actually developing math skills and becoming better at critical thinking. But you're also taking math in terms of a course. You want to get as high of a grade as possible, okay? You want to get A's versus B's. That does make a difference, especially if you're in high school and you plan to go to college. That's going to impact your GPA, or if you're in college, etc., etc. So doing well on exams is very important. And if you remember this little hack, I'm telling you, you will definitely see it on your test and quizzes. All right, if this little video helped you out, don't forget to like and subscribe to my channel. If you need help with any level of mathematics, basic math all the way up to pre-calculus, again, you can find all my courses by going to my Math Help program. And also, I have a ton of YouTube videos from basic math to calculus, so you can just search through my channel if you like my teaching style, and that can help you out as well. All right, so with that being said, I definitely wish you all the best in your mathematics adventures. Thank you for your time, and have a great day.